Ahlan, beautiful beings. Thank you for downloading and listening. Please follow, rate, and subscribe to Lyrical Spit on YouTube, iHeart Radio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, or wherever you may consume your podcast. Feel free to send your emails, or if you have music submissions, send that with your information to lyricalspit@gmail.com. We also have a Lyrical Spit 24-hour hotline, 360-200-8779. That's 360-200-8779. And you may just hear your voice message on the show. You could help keep this show free by buying some of our swag of apparel at butcherspit.com. My wrestling bookings may be halted due to the coronavirus, but you know what? I am also ordained, and I can marry you and give you all your blessing needs. Send your requests to dobashibookings@gmail.com. If that's too much to take in, that's okay. You can get all the links to this show at lyricalspit.com.
Warning, parental advisory is recommended. Oh, just listen.
This is a Say Sahan Dynamite Productions.
Huff! Huff! Huff!
I am broadcasting live from my compound in Tacoma, Washington, and I hope you all had a great 4th of July. This is Volume 11, and I'm your host of Lyrical Spit, the beast from the Middle East, the Yemeni maniac, the modern-day sheikh, and a proud Yemen American, Diafullah The Butcher Dobashi. I'm not a sports entertainer. I'm a professional wrestler that loves to entertain you. My guest for this show, she is not only a friend, she's an artist, CEO, and a songwriter, and she's from the group NeXt X SammiZ. Let me kick off the show. I will be right back right after Remy Wolf. You can check her website out at remywolf.com. That's REMIWOLF.com. This is Remy Wolf. Hello, hello, hello.
There he go, my baby never answers in the room. Steps outside or puts it on snooze. He just do whatever he do. Me and my baby used to wake up a little past noon. Now he's waking up too soon to get on the phone with you. Like, hello, hello, hello. How's my little lady in the New York snow? Yeah, he says I love you, I love you loads. We got urge, certified gambler messing with me. Hello, hello, hello. I got one foot in and one out the door. I think it's about time that I take control, 'cause I'm a certified gambler fucking with me. Hello, 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 with me. Hello, hello, hello. When I'm gone, my baby making eggplant parmesan. When he's with his other baby, he's a vegetarian. But my baby miss me more than he misses his job, making pizza in the Bronx. And he just has to call me up, like, hello, hello, hello. How's my little lady playing rock and roll? Or maybe these days you like popping so. He's a certified gambler messing with me. Hello, hello, hello. I got one foot in and one out the door. I think it's about time that I take control. I would be a certified gambler fucking with me. A certified gambler messing with me. Got a lot of things that I didn't even want to say. A certified gambler messing with me. I got a lot of things that I never wanted to say. Certified gambler messing with me. Star, flower, and coffee. You can put her in your pocket and take her across the country. If it ain't cheating, then what would you call it? Star, flower, and coffee. You can put her in your wallet and take her across the country. If you ain't cheating, then why should be calling? Like, hello, hello, hello. How's my little lady in the New York snow? Yeah, he says I love you loads. We got
finances, the other F word. Music, money, news.
Welcome to this week's FOFW Music News. I'm Zoe Terry. Sadly, country music singer Charlie Daniels has died today at the age of 83. He was best known for his #1 hit, The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Daniels was inducted into the Grand Ole Opry in 2008 and into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 2016. He allegedly died of a stroke. In other news, Henderson, the Minnesota town where one of the most famous scenes from Prince's 1984 movie Purple Rain was filmed, has unveiled a life-size bronze statue of the Purple One in a garden filled with purple flowers and other tributes. The statue cost $40,000, with most of the money coming from fans who each gave $100 to have their names included on a bronze donor plaque. And finally, more musicians have voiced their displeasure at President Trump using their music without their permission at his events. Dex's Midnight Runners issued a brief statement on Twitter that they did not and would not approve of their music for a Trump rally. This came after footage emerged of a ska band performing the band's 1982 classic Come On Eileen as part of the president's re-election campaign ahead of his recent controversial Independence Day event in front of Mount Rushmore. Neil Young also came out and stated he is not okay with the Trump campaign using his music at the same event. That was this week's FOFW Music News. Stay safe.
For more music, money, news, subscribe to Finances, the other F word.
Help keep this show free for you all by buying some of our swag of apparel at butcherspit.com.
You got mail.
I've received an email from Jade, and she emailed lyricalspit@gmail.com. She emails, Dobashi, my husband hates to spend money. I cut my own hair, I make my own clothes, and I have to account for every single penny that I spend. Meanwhile, my husband has tons of stocks and money put away that would make Warren Buffett's jaw drop. How do I get some money out of him before we are called for our final judgment? My husband keeps on saying he's saving for a rainy day. Dobashi, what do you suggest? Jade. Well, Jade, just tell your husband it's raining. Okay. I want to play a voicemail that I received on the Lyrical Spit 24-hour hotline at 360-200-8779. And I really do think he dialed the wrong number. Here you go.
You have reached the Lyrical Spit 24-hour hotline. If you leave a voice message, it may be used and played on our show. Thank you.
Hey, Nick Chapman, Tom Hickman here. You still having trouble with chapped lips? I've got a breakthrough for you. It's called Shea Butter, S-H-E-A, and the brand name on this thing that I have is Nivea, N-I-V-E-A, and it works great. I had the same problem you did, and I'm on the dry side now, and but why don't you try it and see if it helps? Either that or shave the scales off and put them in a potato chip sack.
I will be right back. You could check out this group at batfarmband.com. This is Bat Farm Snake.
your drum far. Karma's coming for ya. Karma's coming for ya. Snake to lead, so follow, get the hell out my way. Snake to lead, so follow, get the hell out my way. You know you're a snake. Snake to lead, so follow, get the hell out my way. Snake to lead, so follow, get the hell out my way. You know you're a snake. You know you're a snake.
Finances, the other F word. Music, money, news.
I'm Elo, and here's your Finances, the other F word money news. According to Money Talk News, the coronavirus is continuing to affect the American public in a variety of ways. Many people are relocating during the pandemic. According to the article, 28% have moved to reduce the exposure to coronavirus, 20% have moved closer to family, 23% moved closer to a college campus, and 18% moved due to financial reasons such as job loss. We continue to see others move from major cities as the work-from-home movement continues to be expanded. In other news, according to CNBC, Twitter announced today it was working on a new subscription platform, causing the stock to rally. At this time, they have not released any further details. And finally, in another article from CNBC, TikTok has become a new target of comments made by Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. Pompeo is looking at banning the social media app based on the concern that the Chinese social media app could utilize cell phone data collected for espionage. Don't forget that the extended tax deadline due to coronavirus ends on July 15th, so get those taxes filed. I'm Elo, and that was your Finances, the other F word money news.
For more music, money, news, subscribe to Finances, the other F word.
You've got mail.
I've got an email from Cynthia. She sent the email to lyricalspit@gmail.com. She emails, Diafullah The Butcher Dobashi. You look hot in your wrestling outfit, by the way. I thought it was very sexy how you explained how to make a PB&J sandwich a few episodes back. Would you please do me a favor and explain how to make s'mores just like you did with the PB&J? Well, Cynthia, thank you and thank you. I am very flattered. No, she never emailed me that video. Okay, I'm going to play some mood music. Okay, I'm going to try it and do it just for you. Here we go. I take my long, hard rod and stick it right into the fire and get it hot and ready as I stick in my marshmallow. As I gently stick it in, the warmth makes it glide. As I take the rod out, I take 2 graham crackers with a piece of milk chocolate on both sides. No, wait. I want to get freaky. I put a peanut butter cup right in the middle of the 2 crackers. As I slide that hot, juicy marshmallow and squeeze the 2 sides together and witness all that gooey goodness. One bite of it, it will put anyone into ecstasy. Cynthia, by the way, the email is lyricalspit@gmail.com. I will be right back with my guest, SammiZ, right after this double shot. You can check out his website at agofficial.com. This is Adrian Gamboa Dreams.
Tell them this is for my soul now. Got my family to hold down. Living in this fast life, but I could never slow down. Do this on my own now. Riding through the city slow. Swear to God, this music turned my life into a video. She like bad boys, and I've been feeling like I'm Diddy Ho. Swear to God, these rappers better write some new material. Gotta keep the drive that's inside like I'm switching lanes. Make you think with the bars as they hit your brain. So look, put in work, that's all day. Even with the pain, still live a good life like Kanye. And I do this always, even on off days. Just know that you're in good hands with the reps like Allstate. It's AG, that's 2 letters. Now who's better? Style so cold, I think I might need like 2 sweaters. Giving headlines, no newsletters. I do better, play my songs out, yeah, you better. Living in this fast life, but I can never slow down. Gotta keep the drive that's inside like I'm switching lanes. It's AG, that's 2 letters. Now who's better? Play my songs out, yeah, you better. Yeah, since day one, this what I've been saying. Heaven sent, boy, now I've been praying. Got that dope shit playing. Bring the heat that probably warm up Satan. If the whip go coupe, then I go Super Saiyan. Ayy, passing on me like it's school hallways. I've been losing sleep, working for the past 5 days. Giving bars every time like it's high crime rates. I'm top 8, no debate, so get about my space. For those late nights, I hit the brake lights. So much in mind, I gotta say now. So fuck the stage fright, don't know about me. I know they doubt me. I gotta keep my circle small from the squares, they've been all around me. But whoever thought that we would grow like this? Till the curtain call, tell them what the showtime is. Cause I've been working so hard like my whole life, bitch. Through the dark times, glowing how a strobe light is. Glowing how a strobe light is. Glowing how a strobe light is. Working so hard like my whole life, bitch. Through the dark times, glowing how a strobe light is. Living in this fast life, but I could never slow down. Gotta keep the drive that's inside like I'm switching lanes. It's AG, that's 2 letters. Now who's better? Play my songs out, yeah, you better.
If you cry, I cry. If you smile, I smile. Yeah, you think I don't even know this, but I'm right here. Yeah, you got to know this. I taught myself to you. If you laugh, I laugh. If you fall, I fall. Yeah, you hurt bad. I'm bent and broken. Cry 2 tears and I feel the oath. Yeah, mama, I taught myself up. Talk to you. This won't be the end. tell me straight, you don't gotta hide the truth. You've been hiding lately. I don't know your name. I only wish you knew the same. This won't be the ending. It's just a little price that we pay. I've been with you out to the end of the world. Just like a sweet little girl. You're black and blue from a vermin booth, and I'm feeling it too. Yeah, I can You're black and blue from a vermin booth, and I'm feeling it too. I've been with you out to the end of the world. You're such a sweet little girl. You're such a One day these rats were playing in the woods. Well, it's a matches and that's no good. Listen to smoke before you give it a try. Only you. Don't play with matches. Don't play with fire. Cause there's nothing very funny about rings that fight. Nothing very nice on a homeless mind. So if a gorgeous force is what you desire, don't play with matches. Don't play with fire.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Fire.
That was Hustle Souls, Black and Blue. You can check out their website at hustlesouls.com. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce a great friend of mine. She's an artist, she's a CEO and a songwriter, and she has a group called NeXt X, the one and only SammiZ. Hello, everybody.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. Long time no see.
How are you doing this morning?
Just sitting here drinking a sugar-free energy drink, had a cup of coffee, and I'm getting ramped up to talk to you guys. I'm excited. So how's everyone doing with this whole quarantine thing going on?
Well, we've been kind of family quarantining our band. We've been kind of staying to ourselves as much as possible so we could practice all through this. So we're in Las Vegas right now, and we had an event last night, and it's bizarro land here right now with everybody wearing masks. I mean, even outside, we were outside and they came running out. You must wear your mask outside, and we were the only people out there. But it's different. It's very hard on everybody, and we're lucky because we have a family of musicians here, and we kind of all watch out for ourselves and each other, and in our own little world here. And so that's pretty much how we're doing. It's wearing on everybody, though. We lost our whole schedule this year, and we have some booked out in September, though, and we're hoping those hold on the East Coast.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed when Rumble in the Redwoods got canceled, because that's when I first actually got to meet you and Andrea the Giant, and I was sad. So hopefully, that'll get rescheduled. How about if we go ahead and introduce the band right now and let everyone know?
That sounds awesome.
Okay.
That sounds awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to start with Kevin. He's our guitar player.
Hi.
What's up, Kevin?
I'll let everybody introduce themselves.
Yeah.
That was easy.
My name's Kevin. Play guitar in NeXt X. My name's Harold, and I'm the drummer. Six. My name's Jordan, and I play the keys.
My name's Stephanie. I'm a backup vocalist. My name's Raquel, and I'm also a backup vocalist. And I'm SammiZ, and I'm the lead singer.
Now, who's the craziest
That's
one
everybody.
Who's the craziest one out of the whole bunch?
The craziest one.
We haven't really got there yet.
Yeah.
So how'd you?
I would say I would start with who's the bossiest one. That would be a good one.
Now, who's the bossiest one?
Yeah.
Now, right now it's tied. I think it's tied. Right. Me and Stephanie.
You're bossy. I'm not bossy. No. I guess a lot.
So, but now I don't know. It's a crazy one. There's nobody that's really out there.
I mean, I'm the only one that shakes my butt at band practice, so I'm going to take that title.
Okay.
Bingo.
So, how did this band get together, and how did you guys come up with the name? What brought you guys together as one?
Well, I had NeXt X was kind of an idea I had for a really long time, and was sitting in a room talking to Kevin. Kevin was in and out of our old shop, and we've been hanging out for about almost over a year now. And then I started putting ads up, and some of Gavin, who works for me, he started playing bass with us. We were on the hunt for real for a drummer, because that's the hardest thing. And we had all gone out to see my ex-lead player, Hawkeye Pierce, is with a really great band called Insanity 2. And he used to play with me as well. And we even borrowed their drummer for a show or two. And they were playing, so we went to go support them. And they called the drummer up to fill in for a song. And the minute he hit actually when I saw him, I knew he was a drummer, because drummers know what drummers look like. And I just knew he was a drummer. And I said to Glenn, I was like, that's our drummer right there. That's our drummer. And then I said to Kevin, I'm like, that's our drummer. And he got up there and started playing, and he was awesome. I didn't even let him get off the stage before I got over to talk to him, because I knew Insanity Stu was interested in him also. So I told him, we're really interested. We're looking for a drummer. And he said, well, I'm with the band right now. I'm like, okay, here's my number anyway. And then Kevin and I went back to the drawing board, and we got a call the next day. He's like, I'm in. So he came down, and he was amazing, and it gelled. And then we had Gavin was playing. We had a few personnel changes here and there. Elijah Spagman played with us for a little while on keys. And my friend Travis came and played with us for a little while. And, people, sometimes the road is not for them. And we're going to be a touring band. We already have dates. We have a tour bus. We're ready to roll. And, it's a really serious commitment. Just like, with wrestling, you've got to be all in or all out.
Exactly. Now, how'd you come up with the name?
I was playing around with X. I just like and I was like, X, next, you could be NeXt X, and that's how that happened. So
That's
But
awesome.
NeXt X isn't the only thing we've got going on here too. We're also under the Passion Hazard banner, the SammiZ Passion Hazard, probably going back out to do the casino scene again because there's such a good gel here and such a good mix of voices and talents and genres, and we'll be able to cover a lot of really fun things. You know, we'll get to be that party band you want to go to a casino to go see. So, and then we have our original project, which NeXt X, you know, is always going to be the most important thing.
Now, do you guys have your own studio where you guys get together?
Yes, Glenna and I own a studio in St. George, Utah. It is Little Chaos Records and Studios. I've had Little Chaos since 1999. We also have a school, Ziba Music Central, and we teach kids there. And with the COVID, it's been very hard because we miss our students. We can't, you know, teach them right now. And it's very unsure. We had camps planned for next week, but we're not sure if that's going to happen now with, you know, what's going on.
Yeah, I'm sure that's very hard. I mean, just like my wrestling bookings, all my bookings are canceled all the way up through January. So, and I know the music scene and wrestling scene's very similar, like going on road trips and hitting the grind. So what was the most disappointing project that you couldn't do, you know, since the whole COVID situation?
Well, we were very excited about getting out to the East Coast and playing my old stomping grounds out there. We have dates there, though, still standing. We're going to be at the the Border. Oh, we're going to be at the Border Bar, which is at this amazing place called Arturo's in Pittston, Pennsylvania. And it's a really nice place. They redone it and they put in a big stage there. And I'm really excited about that. That's our old haunt. We're also going to be playing a little pickup acoustic show at a lovely little dive bar that is one of my favorites called the New Penny. And that's in Scranton, Pennsylvania. And we're waiting for the dates as soon as they're allowed to book them out in Atlantic City, New Jersey with North Step.
That's awesome.
The promoters, North Step.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know.
So we were supposed to be playing the Wild Gypsy stage at Sturgis, but it got canceled because of COVID. Yeah.
Wow.
But Sturgis is still going on, but the Wild Gypsies decided they were going to pull out because they're all moms and grandmas and everything else. It's a women's organization. So they felt that it was unsafe, you know.
Wow. So now...
But that was disappointing.
Yeah. Now, are you guys taking temperatures and all that when you guys get together, or you guys pretty much know I'm all cool and we're just, you know, going in and doing our thing and practicing? I mean, you guys taking any precautions?
I don't know about the whole temperature thing, but we definitely check in with each other and make sure everybody's okay. You know, we're spaced out too. Our studio is not small, so we're not like standing on top of each other. But, you know, we've had our temperature taken everywhere we've been, though. And I got tested. I just had surgery, so I got tested twice.
Well,
and I was negative. We were surprised because honestly, I thought we might have had it back in March, but it wasn't. It was just, I guess, a really bad flu or cold or something. But yeah, no, we're being as safe as possible. I mean, there is limitations. There's that chance always. I mean, you know, going everywhere. Las Vegas is a ghost town. I think everything just about is closed. There's things open, a few things open here and there. It's just not the same. The hotels aren't up to regular, you know, running like they usually do.
You know,
we're lucky. We're in a beautiful suite. You know, in a really nice suite. So we all got to be together, which was good.
That's awesome. You know, I traveled all around, and that's one place I never been except, you know, hitting the airport on a layover. It was Las Vegas. Hopefully I'll make my way up there, but I guess this isn't the time.
Yeah, you got to come. We're only 2 hours away. You got to come visit us, Dobashi.
Of course I will. As soon as this dies down, heck yeah. You'll probably get sick of me and kick me out
That'd be a nice problem to have.
You know,
as long as I keep getting to be part of your opener when you come out, like up at the Redwoods.
Of course.
You stopped to give me a hug.
Of course. Of course.
Glenna wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that.
I don't want to piss Glenna off.
No, I don't think she was mad.
No, she
Oh, she said that's when she threw you into the pancake house.
Oh yeah,
No,
we talked about that.
It was fun.
We talked about that last episode. We talked about that the last episode when my back hit the wall via Andrea the Giant, and everyone in that restaurant thought it was an earthquake.
You sold it. I thought you really got hurt.
Well, I'm a ham.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we got some emails from some listeners. If you guys would like to answer some.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. I got to hit this old school button. I know. Glenna, Andrea the Giant like this sound effect right here.
You've got mail.
Here we go.
I love that movie.
All right, this one's from
They all think it's a movie. That's funny. That's so cute.
That was that.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
It's so cute that the youngsters here all thought that was a movie.
Oh gosh, I guess we're dating ourselves. That was the old school AOL. Back when it took forever to get on the internet because you had to go through the phone line. Remember?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, this email's
you
from...
make that dial-up noise.
Yeah. All right. This one's from Jesus Walker, and he emailed lyricalspit@gmail.com and goes, What's that?
We didn't hear what you said about.
Oh, no. I said this one's from Jesus Walker, and he emailed lyricalspit@gmail.com, and the email says, what artist inspired you the most and why?
Okay, we'll go around. I love Melissa Etheridge, and Stains is my favorite band. I love Stains. I love the way they use the bass in all their songs. I love Aaron Lewis, as long as he can keep it together when he's on stage. There's a few outbursts lately, but like I've been a dyed in the heart Stains band for my whole life. And Prince just has been there always.
Okay.
So, all right, I'll go to Kevin.
Hi there, man.
Hey, what's going on?
I'd have to say probably right now Porcupine Tree, if you've never heard of them. Great band.
Oh, okay.
And on another genre, I really like Blackstone Cherry. Those are probably bands right now that are in my head. And, of course, NeXt X.
Okay.
This is our project, and this is where my head is. So, yeah, that's who's influenced me. But
Awesome.
Yeah. Hey there, Dobashi.
Hey, what's up?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. So for me, I have to say, for some of my biggest influences, start off would be the Red Hot Chili Peppers because of the way their style, the funkiness, and the drummer. He's one of my all-time favorite drummers. So a lot of my styles like that, and just the way that they grew. And then my other influence would be a smooth jazz band called Foreplay. It's just the clarity of their music and the way that it soothes the soul, and then just how those guys gel together, and then the sound of the drums from that, it really takes my heart.
Okay.
Yep.
Next.
Hey, it's Jordan here.
What's up, Jordan?
So for me, my biggest influences are probably Dallas Green's project, City in Color. I really like that, or Brand New as well. Just in terms of the way the band gels and the way they sound, especially lyrical content, I really like it.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, this is me. My influence is probably a little different.
Hello? Uh-oh, looks like we lost connection. So I'm going to break away, and I'll be right back with them back on the phone line. This is The Whiskey Bar by SammiZ.
You can keep your Sunday sermon. I need my bullet bourbon. Some fools are never learning. Fighting in the club like Tyler Durden. Turn it up as the shots go down. Gentlemen, who's got next round? Want the keys to my heart? Better start with shop a car full of Maker's Mark. I like it on the rocks. I like it with my fam. I fucking like it more than Dr. Seuss likes green eggs and ham. Let's hit the dance floor. I wanna dance more. Let's hit the dance floor. I wanna dance more. Boy, I don't give a damn about your fancy call. Just show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Let's keep the whiskey flowing. Hurry up, the bar is closing. And this bitch that I hate is throwing someone in the bathroom that you don't even know it. They're playing my favorite song. They're playing my favorite song. I'm wearing my favorite song. And I'm gonna get down to every Timberland song. So Paul, that chain will steal it. And you can be my man. Not really, no, don't be silly, no. Don't need no conversation. Let's hit the dance floor. I wanna dance more. Let's hit the dance floor. I wanna dance more. No, I don't give a damn about your tattoos and scars. Just show me the way to the next whiskey bar.
Got the counts right like an Ozzy. She take it straight to the head. She said 2 or more shots, she be requesting the bed. I'm like, well, goddamn, I invested in bread. And her beauty is a killing, but I'm pressing to death. Wait, she grabbing my chain, she pulling me close. And she got on 50 secrets from her head to her toes. I'm like, let's mess it up with a shot of Patron. She said, if you ain't pouring whiskey, you ain't taking me home.
If you ain't pouring whiskey, you ain't taking me home. If you ain't pouring whiskey, you ain't taking me home. If you ain't pouring whiskey, you ain't taking me home. Let's hit the dance floor. I wanna dance more. Let's hit the dance floor. I wanna dance more. No, I don't give a damn about your tattoos and scars. Just show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, 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 oh.
Here we go. And, you know, that's them calling back. Hey, I was just trying to call you guys back. Oh, okay.
My name's Stephanie. I'm a vocalist in NeXt X. Band has definitely been my biggest band influence. I grew up with a lot of Reba, Cher, George Strait, so a lot of the older influences in my life that I've taken a little bit from each one of those, but definitely NeXt X has been like my biggest band experience. So that grows my, appreciation for like the instrumentals involved in singing, which I hadn't really experienced before.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hey, this is Raquel.
Hello.
Hi. I would say that just going from like my Latina roots, I would say that my favorite artist and inspiration would be Selena for sure. Just because she's a huge impact, made a huge impact on a lot of people. So, yeah. Raquel finished, so it's down. Now it's just me.
Oh, well, what's that?
Okay, so everybody, we went around the whole.
Oh, okay. Thank God I could edit it and tighten this up, right?
I know, right?
All right.
I'm like out of practice doing interviews.
Well, say that one more time. You guys are breaking up.
What'd you say?
I didn't get the last thing you said. You guys were breaking up.
Oh, I said it's been a while. I have to brush back up on interviews, doing interviews.
Oh, you guys are doing fine.
Yeah.
Dude, you're fine. Okay, we got another one, and this one's from Betty Sue, and they emailed lyricalspit@gmail.com. It says, excuse me. Yeah, it says, how did the streaming business affect the music industry? Do you feel it was helpful or hurtful when it comes to making money, since people are not buying music from the brick and mortar stores like they used to be? Thanks, Frank the Trucker.
Well, that's a big subject. Well, artists are not making anything off the streaming, basically. You could do millions and millions of streams and you would end up with only a few dollars. And the music industry has to change. It just has to. And I've always been very forward in my thinking about how things should be or how they should go back to a simpler time with everything. With the streaming, the artist never really sees any money. So now they're forced into doing shows where they're charging exorbitant amount of money, and the fans don't understand why they're paying so much to see the artist. And that's the only the reason the artist has to do that is because the tours cost more now. The venues cost more, the labor costs more, and the biggest thing is that the fact that is their revenue stream. That's their main revenue stream. Merchandise and touring is now the way the artists make their money. And streaming is really, it's great for the fans, not so good for the artists. They have to find a better way of doing it.
Yeah. I feel
and then you have the big companies like Reverb Nation where they have a tendency to almost swipe songs from unknowing artists, signing away things, and they don't really understand what they're doing with that. And they're not open about the way they do business. And I'd like to see more of that. We've been working on that for a while.
So do you
also with the industry, live music.
Uh-huh.
Live music, right now it's all shut down. That's a hard industry as well. Because you have now the venues want you to pay to play. And a lot of artists are too scared to change the system, and they go along, and then the more that go along, the more it stays the same, and then the artists aren't getting paid. Now you're getting exposure. When people say, we're going to pay you with exposure, I'm saying, well, you know what? My landlord loves exposure, and so does the electric company. They like exposure too. But unfortunately, it's something they're going to have to start recalculating. Even with the COVID, has really changed a lot. There's a lot of artists are not going to be able to afford to stay artists. A lot of them might go back to regular day jobs and stuff and might not come back, in Broadway and movies and everything else. It's really affected the whole entertainment industry and wrestling and,
Do you think everything's going to get back to normal, or do you think this is going to last for a while?
No, I don't think it's going to get back to normal. I think the only way it would get back to normal is if they did what they should have done in the beginning, which is like a full shutdown for 3 weeks. Because 2 weeks won't do it. You'll have people in all stages of development of, being infected. If it's 3 weeks, at least we'd have a shot to get it down, locked down, and over with all in one shot. Otherwise, it's just going to keep going on and on and on. And then there'll be the next new flu and the next new virus.
Yeah, I kind of think this whole thing too, I don't want to get into politics or anything like that, but I think this...
Me either.
But I think...
I like you too much, Devon. You and I are much, you and I are much on the opposite sides with politics, but I respect you so much as a person that, your politics are your politics and our friendship is something else.
Oh, yeah. So. I mean, people need to learn. I mean, it's funny how people are fighting, but what I was about to say, I think this whole thing, politics aside, that I think this is... The media is just, just the media. I think the media is the enemy, I don't know. But anyways, that's another thing. But, let's see, got one more email here. And, okay, this should be a fun one. This one's from Mustafa Lee, and he emailed lyricalspit@gmail.com. If you were stranded on a deserted island and you could only pick one food One source of entertainment and a luxury item. What would it be and why?
One food item. One food item. Raspberries? I like raspberries. My backup singers started giggling their heads off when I said raspberries. I like caviar, but I didn't want to. Yeah. All right, caviar. Bring in caviar.
Okay.
Caviar's good. Caviar and raspberry.
Okay.
All right, and what was the next thing?
One source of entertainment.
Okay. One source of entertainment.
Zebra radio, internet radio.
Yeah, that would work. Yeah, something where I could listen to all different music. Yeah, it would have to be something music.
Okay, and then one luxury item.
One what item? Oh, luxury item. Luxury item. Oh, it has to be the phone.
Oh, there you go.
It has to be my phone. Yeah.
Well, then there you go. Then you could call out and get rescued.
Yeah, get rescued. All right. So, do you want to ask the rest of the band that question?
Sure, why not? Why not?
Okay.
All right. So the first one was food?
Yes.
Or what was it again?
Okay. One food, one source of entertainment, and one luxury item.
Okay. My food would be, and specifically, 1985 7-Eleven nachos.
Nice.
With jalapenos. You know when you used to be able to build those things?
Yes.
Dude, I could build a skyscraper. I mean, I loved it. That would be my food.
You know what? It sucks because now they're prepackaged.
It's a travesty. Let's just forget about COVID. Let's move on to the nacho travesty we have in this great nation of ours. You want to get America being great, man, we got to bring back nachos with 3 jalapenos. And then I'm happy. Hey, I'm from the Midwest. I don't say it like that. Okay. Anyway, and then what was the second one now?
Source of entertainment.
Oh, entertainment. Definitely my guitar. I'd want all my guitars, amplifiers, and electricity to have it going all the time.
There you go.
That'd be it.
Okay, and then one luxury item.
One luxury item. Okay. Maybe the girl from Flashdance.
That's the best one.
And right there, I think I'm gonna have a good time. If you want to come over, we're gonna have a good time. Okay?
Yes. Are you gonna have her have the chair too with the water coming down?
With the package, dude? Yeah. Definitely.
Yes.
You gotta have the water and a chair.
I think I'll be stranded there with you.
Yeah.
I think
I might even fill that up with nacho cheese.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, I can see that. Like, I'm going to pass this on to Harold, and we will continue this conversation when we meet in person. I think it could be a good conversation.
Oh yes, I'll bring the nachos.
All right, here you go.
Okay.
All right. So, what was the
question? All right. If you were stranded on a desert island, you could only pick one food, one source of entertainment, and one luxury item.
All right, so food for me would be a whole bag of bugles.
Whole bag of what? Oh, bugles. Awesome.
Yeah, that way I wouldn't settle for Funyuns. It's making me hungry just thinking about it now. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
And source of entertainment, I say a stripper pole.
There you go. Okay. Would you be dancing on it?
You're in my game.
Would you be dancing on it or the chick from Flashdance?
Chick from Flashdance.
All right.
And Kevin. And what was the other one? Luxury item? I'd say television.
There you go.
I can't live without it.
Okay.
Because I hate reading.
Except music, right?
Yeah. Gotta have it. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pass it on to Jordan.
All right, Jordan. All right.
All right. So if I was on an island and the food item I would
Yes.
choose would be a giant bowl of spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for stuff. And then for entertainment items, I would definitely probably bring my guitars or piano.
All
one of
right.
the two. And for luxury items, have to be my phone that has all my music on it, all music that I love to listen to music. So
Okay.
I'd choose.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
This is Stephanie.
Hi,
For
Stephanie.
food item, it would definitely be pot stickers.
Ooh,
I
okay.
could eat those forever. And for entertainment, I bring my band because then I have guitar, microphones, a couple of cool people. Bass drum. And for luxury item, I'd probably bring a manufactured luxury home. So then I would be comfortable hanging out with my band. The rest of y'all be outside on your phone.
Oh, smart.
This is Raquel. I think for food, I would go for my trusty Chick-fil-A order with the number 6 with a lemonade and the fuzz sauce. I could eat that for the rest of my life.
Nice.
And then source of entertainment, I think I would bring I think I'd take my TV just because I have my Netflix and my Hulu and that stuff. And then my luxury, my bed. Most of my bed.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yep. Well, that's everybody.
Nice. Well, let's talk about your Zebra Internet Radio.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what it's about and how did it come up and your thoughts and processes and your goals with it.
Well, I was inspired by a couple of internet jock stacks east with the stuff that they were doing to support local music. Being on the business side of it, it was always good to find allies to support the bands and stuff. And I started to watch what they were doing, and I was always interested in. I was in radio when I was younger on regular radio, and it's nice to have a station where you can really get a chance to control what's going on and add in features that you like. And what we want to do is make it a place to get some news about local things, local businesses, and indie bands. Indie bands get such a rough time getting started now, and it's so easy to do it yourself if you know the right ways of doing it and stuff. And we're hoping to be able to impart some wisdom to people and how not to get ripped off. And shows like Pay It Forward, where we're picking people in the community to do things with and trying to help them out. The local businesses get a chance to talk about what they do without, paying exorbitant amounts for advertising. And, shows about, topical topics, what things that are going on, locally and in the world. And also, we're looking forward to some very niche kind of things like wrestling and let's see, some political stuff. And Ann Thatcher, that's what I was going to get to. Ann Thatcher has balcony radio, and I watched her grow that on the East Coast for years and years and years. And now she's doing it over at our Soundline with Dan Melsh, who I've worked with in the past. And Ann has been so instrumental in local music in the Poconos region and Allentown in Wilkes-Barre Scranton area, just helping bands out and really giving them a chance. And when she backs them, she doesn't just put their music up. She posts all over. She advocates, and I hope to be able to do something, good as what she's doing and learn as I'm going, and we're going to be picking up some different syndicated shows, and we have a full station. It runs 24/7. Right now it's automated. I've been kind of neglecting it with NeXt X, but we're rectifying that now with the COVID. I have more time for it. So that's pretty much what it's about.
That's awesome.
I'm hoping at some point you'll be on the station too. I know we were talking about that.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be a pleasure. That's why I changed my format. I went, and trademarked Lyrical Spit because, there's so much wrestling podcasts out there. I wanted to separate, me from the pack. And then with my love of music, I was thinking, why not get some indie groups and singers and artists on and kind of do a Casey Kasem vibe. And it's the best of both worlds. And I'm having fun with it, meeting new people. And I'm glad, I got to mesh with you guys. And I don't know, I think we could spread, I know this sounds sappy, spread joy. I came up with this saying, hate don't beat hate, but love has a chance. And I think we could all spread it together.
Well, that's true. You and I, when we first met, one thing we did was talk to each other about Lent, about why people expect people to hate each other. I'm Jewish, English Jew, and you're Arabic, and I was drawn immediately to your smile, the way you talk, the way you pay attention to people, make each person feel special when you're talking to them, and your manner, and people should look at people for the individual person, not judge on what other people believe we should do.
Exactly.
And, that was one reason you and I got along so well and we had all those conversations, is because of that. And right now, more than ever, we are working on a song called I'm Just Like You. And there's a couple of big people that are going to be working on them. One of them I could flip out is Bowie Collins.
Nice.
Bowie Collins' son. We've been working with on a few things. So we have some big things coming out, and when that comes, we'll come to you first with that. And it gives that message. My granddaughter is biracial, and her half brothers and sisters I also have as my grandchildren as well. And I don't want her living in a world where people say things that are so awful.
Yeah.
And her not to have to live and understand that,
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
But
well,
that's spreading joy. That's where we're going to be doing something called the Pay It Forward. It's going to be in every state we stop in. We're going to find somebody that's deserving, and whether we're up on ladders painting or raking or just bringing flowers or singing a song to somebody, we're going to try and bring that with the fans to their town and help them understand that they can help too and be part of it. So that's a big thing that we're going to be doing when we're out on the road.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, do you have any last words and any social media links you want to give out to the great listeners before you take us home with the awesome song you guys are about to play?
Yeah, we're on Instagram, NeXt X Band, NeXt_X_band. We have a website, NeXt X Band Live, not .com, .live. We have a Facebook page, also NeXt X Band. What else do we have? Oh, we have Discord, I believe, on Discord, and TikTok and Twitter. I'm not sure the addresses, but if you go to any of the other ones, you'll be able to find them. And we have this release that's coming out soon. We're still working on with COVID. We had a couple of little hiccups and hang-ups on getting this finished. But the song off the regular EP is On Fire. And then the first song off the Summer Songs one is a song called 89 Cadillac, which is really a lot of fun. It's like a yacht rock type of song.
Nice. Well, it was a pleasure. I can't wait to meet you guys, the rest of the band in person. I love you. A shout out to Andrea the Giant.
Love you too.
Thank you. And Andrea, my back misses you.
Aww.
I still got a lump and a bruise there. No.
He's just waving at you. You know what that means, right?
Uh-oh.
He's smiling.
That's awesome. All right. Well, you guys ready to take us home? Introduce the song and take us home.
Yeah. All of us were all like, we were up all night, so we're all like, oh God, we're singing first thing in the morning without being warmed up, but we'll do the best we can.
Go ahead, take a little warm up.
Yeah, they just rearranged it and we're like, okay, we're playing it this way now. So we ran through it like twice and now we're doing it. So, but we'll do the best we can here.
Is this a world premiere?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's been on Facebook. It's the world premiere of acoustic version, that's for sure.
Okay, that's awesome. I could live with that.
Actually, it's the first time the whole song's being played. Yeah, live.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you are the first one.
Awesome.
Yeah, we only had little tiny parts of it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys, take it away.
Ready?
Oh, introduce the song.
Oh, it's On Fire.
Acoustic version.
Awesome.
Set me on fire. I can't help but my feeling. Keep me cold. I can't help but my freezing in these oceans. Maybe I'm slipping away, or am I gonna see my mistakes? Am I gonna stop turning away? Am I gonna wake up? Standing on the rooftop, am I alone? I'm standing on the rooftop, what to survive? Set me on fire. Standing on the rooftop, am I alive? On fire. Burn away the solutions, keep me floating. Shine a light in this darkness. Hear my silence. Maybe I'm slipping away, or am I gonna see my mistakes? Am I gonna stop turning away? Am I gonna wake up? Standing on the rooftop, am I alive? Falling. I'm standing on the rooftop, what to survive? Feeling alive.
That's it.
Love you.
Love you too. Thank you, guys. Okay.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.